Hi all and welcome back to the channel again. Hope you're all doing okay. This is just a quick follow-up video to my video yesterday about the seating position of the W14 that Lewis Hamilton has called out his team over. The comments from Lenexia or Lennox Jr., I'm sorry if I've got that wrong, I do apologise, and Beth Griffiths 4909, got me thinking, and I've tried to put some analysis together the best I can, but this is a little bit out of my league, so I'll look into it, but and show you what I've come up with and what I actually think, to be honest. But thank you for your comments, because like I said, it did make me do this video today and look into this a little bit more, so I really do appreciate that. Thank you. I still agree with what I sort of said yesterday, that when you're sat in front of the front wheels, on top of the front wheels, or even just in behind the front wheels, it does change your perception of driving, cornering, and so on like that. So I still think that, but looking into it a little bit more, I think there might be, the seating position may not have changed that much, considering. So on the George Russell front, with any complaints from him, certainly not. I don't think I've heard any complaints from George about the seat position of the W14 this year. And if you remember back to Sakir 2020, when he stepped in for Lewis Hamilton when Lewis caught COVID, George was in a car that he didn't fit in. He was wearing shoes that didn't fit him, and he drove that car like he'd driven it for a year, at least. It was just phenomenal. So there doesn't seem to be any complaints similar to what Lewis is making from George. So that's quite interesting, really. So I'm glad that you brought that up. But if you look at this graphic now, you can see that there is the seating position between the Mercedes and the Red Bull the Mercedes is a little bit further forward. But if you look at this one, the Aston Martin, similar to the Red Bull, but the Ferrari looks more like the W14, which is kind of interesting, really. And here you can see it. If you look at the feet in front of the front wheel on both there, the Ferrari SF23 and the W14, you can see those similarities, which is kind of odd. But if you look at this one, to me, it looks like the wheelbase of the Mercedes, that's the W13 and the W12, it looks like the wheelbase to me has shortened. And if you remember, there was a few times, I can't remember where, but during, coming out of the pits, the Mercedes did look a little bit too long to be able to make the turn out of the pits. So maybe they've shortened the wheelbase, which then has obviously made it feel like the seating position has changed, when maybe it hasn't. Because looking at this graphic here, there doesn't seem to be a massive amount of difference in seating position. But to me, if you look at the yellow line above the front tyre, stretching back to the halo, it doesn't seem to be massively different. So I don't know, maybe it is just a simple case of the wheelbase being made shorter. I don't know, but I have tried to pick the best side shots images of the car that I can, to see if we could, there's some way we can work out what might have changed. But obviously different camera shots and stuff like that may portray it slightly differently. It may look the same when in fact it's not. So hopefully we can work out roughly that something has changed, clearly. And I do think maybe the wheelbase is definitely shorter. And to me, it looks like Lewis maybe sat up more forward than other drivers, which seem to be sort of leaning back just a little bit. But I'm not. We don't have the information inside the car of how they're sitting, the position, and everything. So we just got to go off what we've got, really. But maybe this has helped to clear it up, or you can find other ways of looking into this and seeing what the differences are. Just thought I'd update you with that. Let me know what you think, and thank you again for your comments. It really does. It helps, because it gives me something to look into, to try and work out exactly what's going on here. But it's fascinating stuff. But thanks again. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, please like and subscribe and press the bell for notifications. And until the next time, take care.